What's up? This is Nathan Hawk trying to knock out a quick video in 10 minutes or less. I just wanted to bring up a topic that's it's not circling around. Nobody's going to talk about it. That's why I am. Perhaps you'll see a little bit about it in the manosphere, the MGTOW movement or what have you. That's actually the fight against masculinity. Now, there's this huge war. It's been going on. You might have seen it in commercials. I remember a Gillette campaign where they wanted to speak against being a man, and they have all these terms coming from the left, toxic masculinity, and what have you. And I just wanted to talk about this whole thing from a different angle, perhaps a different perspective. Masculinity and femininity is something that actually is explained in a lot of philosophical books and texts, and a lot of times from the East they'll explain it in a way where they're talking about yin and yang, and those are complementary opposites, opposing forces, but they complement one another. Anyway, with the masculine principle, even if you look into the books when it comes to masculinity in and of itself, masculine, or it could be called yin or yang. One represents order, the other is chaos. Normally they akin female to yin, which is chaos. Okay, and men would be order. Now, that's not something to where you would get upset about or to be take offense, because when it comes to chaos and order, they both are essential. You need both. So when it comes to, let's say, order, of course you need order in society, because without order, there will be chaos. If I don't respect the man next to me, if I don't take his feelings into consideration, there's going to be, it'll be a tyrannical society. Also, when it comes to chaos, it's necessary. I mean, the examples that I use, it could be a tyrannical government, or let's say even slavery. And within slavery, it had to be abolished. And abolishing slavery was chaos. It was ending to the current order. So order and chaos are essential. And I think my opinion is that it's happening all the time. Even the changing of a thought can be that. Anyway, so when it comes to masculinity and femininity, or order and chaos, the war on it is happening from the left. And right now, the left we're seeing is being controlled by Marxists, aka communists. And why would that happen, and why would that occur? We're not going to go over that today, but I wanted to talk about why they would go towards the left or towards Democrats. And let's try to make it really simple. Democrats and Republicans, out of both, or the right or the left, it doesn't have to be Republicans, it could be libertarians or whatever. Out of the right and the left, who would rather have a larger government? Just look at it from that perspective. Would it be Democrats or Republicans, or the right or the left? Of course, it would be the left, because the left wants bigger government. They want larger government, right? So how do you increase the size of the government? If you can create enough despair in society where you need more government funds, that's how you can make it larger. So, for example, if we have single motherhood, we're going to need programs if it's an epidemic. So we may need after school programs for kids, daycare, welfare, child social services. You're going to need funding for all these things, right? So the more chaos, in essence, they create, the more they have reason to take more of our tax dollars. In essence, we grow the government. So if you want to look at how it would work, it would be Democrats, or the left, they want larger government. So if you look at who the government would prefer, or who they would stand by, it would be not the right, not Republicans, not people who want a smaller government. It would be the people who want a larger government. So who helps the Democrats grow? It's going to be more so women. Not only that, when it comes to spending, women spend more money. So when it comes to consumerism and the companies that grow from spending more money, large companies, big corp, big tech, they're all going to be behind women anyway. So you see, when it comes to Marvel, when it comes to all these things, Marvel, big corp, Twitter, Facebook, all that, when you bank more so towards females or feminine energy, their their goals are going to be more so accomplished. It just makes more sense. There are perhaps higher reasons for these things, but I'm just keeping things simple at this point while I'm explaining it. Another point I wanted to make, that a lot of people, I think, some people will understand once I say it, and other people know. Donald Trump represented masculinity. He represented masculine energy. What do I mean by that? Donald Trump was unwavering. It's not too many men nowadays who freely speak anything that has to do with feminine nature or females or women without a level of hesitancy or reluctancy. Donald Trump spoke his mind. I'm sure they were feeling pretty safe and happy about Kamala Harris. Like, oh, if Donald Trump has to debate her, he's going to be like walking on eggshells like everyone else, including some of you guys that are listening to this. He's going to be very afraid to say certain things. So they probably thought they had it in the bag. Donald Trump called Omarosa a dog. Like, who's going to do that? Who's going to do that nowadays? Men are apologizing left and right for actually speaking the truth. Perhaps some of the things they say could be harsh, and that's what the thing. When it comes to truth, you should balance it with kindness. That's the proper way. But some men don't care about being necessarily proper, but they're not wrong. The left is demonizing every single thing that men do. They're demonizing men just being men. Men, when it comes to being, because I see the attack from different angles. Another example would be political correctness. When I was growing up, men were known to be politically incorrect. In other words, your grandfather sat at the table during Thanksgiving and he'll talk about different races, Spanish people, all this other stuff. Like he'll mention stereotypes and all that, and there'll be jokes and everything, and it's really harmless, to be honest with you. We'll just be laughing and joking. It doesn't mean anybody's racist or anything. When they made this political correctness thing, when they started propagating this culture of being offended, they're pushing feminine energy. That's what it is. When men were playing around, playing poker, sitting around a table, a lot of times during Thanksgiving or whatever, they were talking profanities, cursing, what have you. The women would come down and say, "Hey, like, watch your mouth. There's elders in the room." And you would just like, "Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me." But men were known to be lewd. They were belching, farting, laughing at it. Like, that's what they were known for. Men weren't known for getting offended so easily. The masculine principle isn't about being offended. The masculine principle isn't about excuse making. It isn't about being politically correct, because when it comes to truth, a lot of times the truth is harsh. Now, if you want people to be able to accept it or hear it, you have to find a way to be kind or find the right time to tell them, of course. But when it comes to the attack on being politically incorrect, indirectly, they're not saying it, it's in a subtle way, that's an attack against masculinity. Back to Donald Trump. Again, he was unwavering. He said what he meant what he said, and he didn't back down. He wasn't apologizing for saying the words he said, particularly because he was being truthful. And to be honest with you, whether it's overtly or subliminally, people got that message. I really believe so. And I realize a lot of men on the right are waking up, including a lot of black men that I know have woken up. But with this message, it's a message that was flowing through him that he wasn't necessarily telling people, but he sent the message of strength, unwavering strength, unapologetic strength. And that's exactly what I remember masculinity to be when I was growing up. Okay, I want to do a quick video. I'm under 10 minutes. I'm at 8:30. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you later. Peace.